हेलो। आवाज सुनाई दे रहा है? हेलो। हेलो। सुनाई दे रहा है आवाज?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we will discuss about public awareness and what is the need of public awareness for the environmental education, uh, and what are the different agencies that can be very much active for the environmental protection, and what is the need for constructing such kind of agencies. So let me share my screen. स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रहा है?
Yes, sir.
So, last class we have studied about what are the main impact that can be done by the human activities, or what are the consequences of the anthropogenic impact on environment. So, it is very much necessary. So, our duty is to protect environment and do whatever may we have. Then we can be damage to our environment. That can be restoration. So, for that public awareness very much necessary. So in order to keep the environment and the development balance, so the ecosystem, we have to create public awareness. That means every, not the environmentalist alone can be actively restore environment, but all others public that also have idea what is environment and how it is very much essential part for our life. So due to this industrialization, deforestation, urbanizations, and uses of insecticide, pesticides, or fertilizer, environment are having that so many effect for not only environment, for man, animals, and all these things. So human activity are causing many types of pollutions, and so in order to protect the environment, environmental awareness very much necessary. So what is public awareness of environment? That means our environment, what is the component of environment, how it can be damaged, what is the basic of the environment, how it can cause we are knowingly unknowingly causing pollution to the environment, and what are the small steps that can be changes a big thing in an environment. So these things are basic things which can be all people should know. So public is the main where thing they can be teach this environmental thing. So public awareness can be ability to the emotionally understand and surround the world. That means every people, it is own heart, we can understand that it is the duty, it is our environment, or it is a home. जैसे कि हर कोई घर में अपना घर साफ सुथरा रखता है, जैसे कि बाहर रोड में कचरा फेंकते हैं लोग, तो हम लोग क्या सोचते हैं, पब्लिक को ऐसे अवेयरनेस है कि अपना मन से इमोशनली अटैच हो जाए एनवायरमेंट के साथ और अपना सराउंडिंग को साफ रखे। तो ये चीजें जब तक खुद का मन में नहीं आएगा, वी कैन नॉट बी क्लियरली प्रोटेक्टिंग द एनवायरमेंट और कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग फॉर एनवायरमेंट। हम लोग जितना भी क्लासरूम में चिल्लाते रहेंगे, कुछ काम नहीं होने वाला। So for that, the public awareness is very much necessary in order to changing the environment totally. So all this sensitivity of changes environment and understanding what is the cause and how it is effect, both things are necessary to understand the public by its behavior. जैसे कि हम लोग कोई भी नॉर्मल कॉमन थिंग है, कोई भी चीज खाए खरीदे उसका छिलका बाहर फेंक दिए, सो दैट इज ऑल्सो इफेक्ट अवर एनवायरमेंट. सो उसकी क्या होने वाला है, कौन साफ करेगा, ये भी दिमाग में जब आएगा पब्लिक का, तो दैट every person can be understand what is the how it can be protect the environment. So another thing nowadays is sustainable development, because sustainable development without it cannot be sustained in future. So sustainable development is the development of the current situations of us now a time, but without compromising the future needs. अभी तो ठीक है, development is very much necessary, essential. Growing, we are developing country, so development is very much necessary. But after 100 साल, एक 100 साल के बाद क्या है, whether our future generation get pure water, pure air, or having plenty of natural resources. So in order to give them all the things, we have to utilize our natural resources wisely. So this is called sustainable development, and this sustainable development cannot be achieved without this public awareness, because every people have to know what is sustainable development so that our future generation can be safe. So this public awareness is the main necessary thing to sustainable development, or the goal of the sustainable development is very much necessary. So nowadays this sustainable development and is initiative by the United Nations, and this is they have constructed 17 sustainable development goal, and the target is achieve the goal up to 2030. This is the first need. Second is public participation is possible only when they are aware about ecology and environment. Then uh, for example, drive of a government may ban or litter polythene cannot be successful until public understand environmental implication of person. हम लोग पब्लिक बैन कर रहे हैं कि पेपर में लेके जाओ या बैग लेके जाओ, लेकिन कोई भी नहीं ले जाता है, अभी भी पॉलीथीन का बहुत यूज हो रहा है. तो जब तक ये पब्लिक नहीं समझेंगे व्हाट इज द कॉज एंड इफेक्ट ऑफ दिस थिंग्स, वी कैन नॉट सक्सेस इवन वी मेक ए डिफरेंट लॉ एंड डिफरेंट पनिशमेंट ऑल दी थिंग. ये सब नहीं होने वाला जब तक पब्लिक नहीं समझेगा. सो हाउ यू विल क्रिएट पब्लिक अवेयरनेस? तो how public can be aware? This is the plan. One is scan, plan, implement. What is scan? Scan is the need, or when you have where you the public awareness is mostly needed, whether the people are literate, illiterate, or which kind of category. So we have to scan this thing. Then plan. How to plan to implement the awareness, or how to educate them about awareness. Then implementation. Then media relations. Nowadays social media and all these media, they can be greater influence rather than going to talk to people. कोई पिक्चर से या कोई वीडियो वायरल हो गया तो वो ज्यादातर लोग के पास पहुंच जाता है, rather than we can reach individual one. So इस टाइप का सोचना पड़ेगा. डिजिटल कम्युनिकेशन, ग्रॉस रूट्स, प्रिंट इन पर्सन, ट्रेडिशनल एड, जो मेथड चाहे हो सके हम लोग क्या करते हैं, पब्लिक अवेयरनेस करने का कोशिश करेंगे. मान लो अमिताभ बच्चन कुछ वो बोल दिया कि कल से पॉलिथीन बैन करो, ये हानिकारक है, तो क्या होगा, वो लोग मानने लगेंगे. जैसे कि अभी वो एड आ रहा था कि विमल पान मसाला, वो लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं, वो तो खा रहे हैं, हम क्यों नहीं खाएंगे, तो ये गलत इफेक्ट पड़ रहा है. तो ऐसे अच्छे अच्छे चीजें करना चाहिए जो कि पब्लिक को अवेयर हो सके. व्हाट इज द बेस्ट वे टू रेज अवेयरनेस? द होस्ट एजुकेशनल इवेंट. डिफरेंट डिफरेंट एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं, वो लोग क्या करेंगे, लोकल एरिया में जाके कुछ इवेंट्स करेंगे. देखते हैं क्या में, जैसे कि वर्ल्ड एनवायरमेंटल डे, इन दिस इवेंट द पीपल एंड ऑफ द लोकल एरिया कैन पार्टिसिपेट इन ऑर्डर टू प्लांटेशन ए ड्राइव, और इन ऑर्डर टू क्लीन द प्लास्टिक ड्राइव, ऑल दी थिंग्स. देन सोशल इवेंट, कुछ ऐसे पार्टी पार्टी रखने के टाइम पे भी ये सब कर सकते हैं. ऑर्गेनाइज सोशल प्रोजेक्ट, न्यूज, बी हेल्पफुल एंड फ्रेंड, distribute brochures, inserts, and the trusted experts share your gratitude. That means these are the different way how can we raise the awareness between the public. So this campaign भी ऐसे कर सकते हैं. This campaign also all what is the importance of plants and animals, environment, that can be also spread by this campaigning and with different event, and this can be very much effect towards the mindset of the public. So factors affecting environment. So before going to this awareness, we have to know them what are the different factors that are effect. First is population explosion. That means population explosion, the growing population is very much playing major role to creating pollution or for needing the uh, for demand of the resources, natural resources increases due to the population explosion. So in order to control population, we have to also awareness is very much necessary. And what is the need of the environment, what is the need of the resources to the population, that also we have to understand. In order to understand the public is very much necessary. Then pattern of education, consumption, resource extraction, utilization, generation, all these things slowly this is very much affecting the environment. Then issue of waste management disposal. How we can dispose the thing. This should be also highlights. Waste production, waste disposal, and carrying capacity or capacity of environment. That means some nature has its own capacity to balance the environmental pollution, but we are exceeding it, so that's why it is not bearable by the environment, and we are suffering the consequences. Then failure implementation and industrial waste policy. So laws policies are also failures because of this various corruptions and all this bypassing the rules, all the things. So this is the mainly factors for environment. तो लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस इन द पीपुल, वैल्यू ऑफ एनवायरमेंट, एनवायरमेंट से हमारा क्या फायदा हो रहा है, ये सारी चीजें लोगों को समझाना चाहिए. तो लोग आपस में समझ जाएंगे तो वी कैन बी वेरी मच इजी टू प्रोटेक्ट द एनवायरमेंट. So how are we hunting environment? We are destroying the ocean, polluting air, making using plastic bags. We are polluting ocean by throwing garbage. We are polluting air, soil, ocean by using pesticide chemicals. So all of these are the different factors and why we are hurting the environment. So these things can be aware by the common people, and what are the consequences you have to understand the people. Then is your role in protecting environment. That means everyone has its own role to participate or protect the environment. So what is the importance of the environment policy and the producers? So main thing, people have to obey the laws and policies that are very much essential for the environmental protection. So no one can be show you or whether you are obeying the rule or no. So this is by your own, you have to obey the rule. This is your duty. So next, your what are the environmental responsibility? Responsibility means what is your responsibility to protect environment? What is the main thing you can get from environment, and what are the things you have to give to the environment? This responsibility have to understand by the common people. Then follow producers and the work instruction. Producers, who is the producers of the environment? Producers are nothing but the green plants. For that green plant, we have to use some our laws, policies, and we have to protect the mainly forest and greeneries and work institutions. That instructions, that means how we have to manage these things, that can be also very much awareness is necessary. Awareness of the environmental impact on your job and activity. This is the higher version. When you are doing a job, then what is the impact of the environment on your job? That is also necessary to understand. Then make a consequence effect to minimize segregate waste. Then whenever we are actually this we are understand what is the pollution, how can we reduce it, so or reuse it. So if there is nothing to or it is minimum, how can we reuse some things that we are using or natural resources. If some waste is produced, then how properly the waste can be disposed. If the small thing can be understood by the common people, that also they have a great effect to saving the environment. Then make a special effort to save energy and resources. Obviously unnecessary extra wastage of energy or resources, that also causes environmental damage, because these necessary are the resources are limited, and this is the biggest obstacle for sustainable development. So role of a teacher in environmental education, because spreading the awareness, we are mostly focusing the environmental education from the childhood or child or to aware what is the environment, how can be, what is the pollution, all the things. So environmental education is compulsory for all branches, all schools, all colleges, wherever there is education institution is on, environmental education is compulsory for all of them. So the teacher, the role of the teacher is very much important to understand the people what about environment to a medical student or to a law student or to a art student, because not only science can be teach the environment. Every student have to know the basic what is environment. So teacher role is very much important. So this to heroes the children interest in environment and the challenging issue. So for a different streams, the environment means the interest on environment that can be gathered or that can be generated by this teacher from the school onwards. So when the school or when the student can be grown up, they have its own interest to about the environment. So environmental awareness is successful. So the discuss approaches problem on topic regarding environmental issue. What are the issues and how can be a, what is the remedies? All issues will be discussed by these teachers. Then to arrange visit, the different visits are also done by this. And but the example effluent treatment plant, the different national parks, different industries where what are the generation and waste disposal sites, these are also very much necessary. Then provide material needed to practical work. Obviously arrange visiting speaker, environmentalist, subject expert in order to motivate environmental subject, and initiate develop discussion on debates, etc. These are the discussion, essay writing, poster make, presentation. This should be facilitated by this environmental education institute or environmental teachers, or provide facility to display exhibition in the work carried out. So what are the environment about the different posters they have to we have to make, or for that the role of teacher in environmental education is very much necessary to spreading the environment to the common people. So these are the do's and don'ts. Reduce the amount of paper and used by the following. Paper being used by the following: send documents electronically, a possible photocopy of both side and seats. That are small things that can be we have to practice in our common useful tips that can be save environment. Use old one-sided photocopy for making notes, and for this reduces both amount of waste paper and dispose of associated cost. Ensure waste paper disposal in recycling to earth. So wasting of paper that also degrades the environment. How? Because paper is made from the wood, or which can be made from uh, different processes that can be affect the environment in order to sorry, in terms of raw material as well as waste disposal. All things can be associated. So whenever we are reuse the things, or whenever reduce the usage of some resources, that also help natural or also environment. And these are the small steps for using these peppers. Then aqueous discharges. Do not pour any chemical oil into unauthorized drain. Please inquire your supervisor where how this waste is disposed. So this is the small inquiries, or these are small awareness. These things to be spread to the public. Waste management. Ensure all the waste disposal in appropriate places. So you have seen that many dustbin, they have color, different color, green color, sorry, green color, red color, and white color. So these are different color, and this colors code is very most important to understand the dry waste, to keep waste and flammable waste, to keep all these things in different dustbin. So this type of color codes and this type of waste management, this is one type of waste management, solid waste management method we have to know, and this can be reflect to our public. That means we have to spread this awareness to the public. Do not dispose hazardous, that means all this electronic waste in this box. So these are the things we have to uh, spread the awareness among the public. So this 3R is very much important in order to uh, reduce the wastage. What is that? Is reduce, reuse, and recycle. This solid waste management, for this we have to keep in this focus on this 3R, and these 3R are also known to the common people, understand by the common people through different methods. So they can also keep in practice for save the environment. So the 5 core elements of the environmental policies and are commitment, responsibility, protection, communication, and continuous improvement. This is the things that continuously we are improving, or to save the environment. This is the core thing we have to implement in our common life. Commitment, responsibility, protection, communication, and continuous improvement. This is very much important for the saving the environment. then some measures that taken by the government to check environmental pollutions are there, because not only it is responsible for the government, it also responsible for the every person. So government have made some rules, laws, and government have taken some steps in order to save the environment. And there are special issues, there are special news bulletins, are there special programs can be special or different projects that can be run by the government and different NGOs. So all these things are in order to spread the awareness and to check the environmental pollution and or to save the environment. All these things are going on. For example, your environmental codes are there. Special codes are being set up to ensure or speedy justice of the poor against the factories and pollute the environment. If there is an environmental related case is there, so when in our common code this environmental case is pending, so there are so many cases irrespective of environment or anything, so civil cases or criminal cases. So there are lots of files are gathering together one over another, so the environmental problems is underestimated. So special codes are made in order to decides or this take decision towards this pollution of the environment. Environmental friendly products are made. Government had make some subsidies, government have made some initiative to motivate environmental friendly product, that is disposable practice, biodegradable. Now it is biodegradable plastic or polythenes are coming to market, but somehow the cost of these things are very much high, so it is common people cannot afford the thing. So government has made some subsidies and some different motivation to use this kind of biodegradable product. For example, the use and throw plates, use and throw ballpoint pens, these are used made up of plastics, but nowadays this can be made up of some green leaves or some wooden like thing, so this can be disposed and biodegradable. So these government settings and standards are very much necessary in order to the market. So this which can be meet the standard of production or different levels, excellence and ISA mark. So Indian standardization of mark is also very much necessary in order to protect this environment. So there are different agencies are there. For example, ISI, BSI, Bureau of Indian Standard, International Standard of Organization. This is they are the organizations. They have certified that this thing is how much it is environmental friendly. So if you see in some plastic bottles, they have written some color codes are there, or in some products they have written some codes are there, 1 2 3 4, or some they are having recycle symbols are there, or somehow it is green or red symbols are there. So all these things are mainly due to the producers and about the environmental friendly product. So if you do not know what is the meaning of red circle or green circle, how we can choose environmental friendly product? So this awareness is also very much necessary in order to make this product. And on leading petrol, this is the already implemented in India. So now all petrols are lead free. Previously the lead is added to the petrol, and so lead pollution is included into the air pollution. So this is the step taken by the by the government, that the refinery, the lead free petrol is coming to the market nowadays. For the this petrol or diesel things, it is compulsory from to use BS6 engine in place of BS4 engine. So this is the step initiated or taken by the government. So all manufacturers of the motor vehicles have just remove all BS4 and incorporate BS6. Why we are using BS6? Because the efficiency and the combustion efficiency or combustion capacity of BS6 is improved. So if previously it is 60% combustion takes place, now it is 80% combustion takes place. So along with the price, it also increase the mileage and as well as decrease the pollution. So because complete combustion of the petrol or diesel or hydrocarbon does not produce any kind of environment pollution, because on complete incomplete combustions produce so many different kinds of pollution. So Indian petrol has highest lead contents, which creates major pollution in automobiles. Now it is stopped. This Indian leaded petrol is stopped, and it is now petrol diesel we are using, that is on leaded petrol. So ban on harmful pesticides. So there are different pesticides or chemicals that also banned by the government India. For example, DDT. DDT is a common chemical used to spray in our home in order to kill the mosquitoes and in order to kill different types of flies. So this is keep in practice before 10 years ago. So but DDT cannot be degraded in environment. So this can be accumulate in different food chain and in accumulate in higher higher organism, higher species, that is called bioaccumulation or biodegradation. Sorry, bioaccumulation. For this biomagnification, so this DDT is now completely banned by the government of India. So all BSC, aldrin, malathion, these are the different chemical or pesticides that can be used to protect pest from to the different agriculture. So these can be replaced by the safe pesticide or biopesticide. In place of malathion, malathion is a toxic chemical that can be used to kill different pests or different germs or different insects that can be keep damage to the different paddy or different vegetables plants. In place of malathion, when we are using neem oil and all these different things, bio oil, we can be also kill working same efficiency. So we can use in place of this chemical bio pesticides, that is called bio pesticides, bio or organic things. So it not only reduces the environmental pollution but also it increases the lifestyle and increases the health of the people, because when we are eating the vegetables which having chemically affected, that also decrease our life, or when we are falling in different disease. So these can also uh, very much effective by using these biopesticides or bio things, bio or organic things. So National Waste Management Council it also formed to maintain or task to convert 40 million ton of fly ash that has been with thermal power plant. So the fly ash was a major concern or major environmental problem before a decade. That means 10 years ago, also 10 years ago, this fly ash is much headache for our country, because thermal power plant lots of fly ash can be generated. So this fly ash can be used to making different roads, bricks, and different filling different garbage area and uses as a fertilizer. So this can be reduces the waste. So this waste management council is having also very much effect and towards this management of this pollution. But it have, if the things or this idea or this knowledge cannot reach the people, then all these efforts go void. That means what is the importance of the fly ash brick? What is it is what is the efficiency or what is the advantages of fly ash bridge to normal brick? If you are know, the common people know, then also you can use the fly ash bridge or use the fly ash as a fertilizer. So these things have to must know by the common people. And the most important constant is the cost. If the cost is high as compared to normal thing, then no one can be good for it. So government has some subsidies and government have helping all to producers as well as to user or consumers, so that that can be a major benefit to check the environmental pollution. Then public liability insurance, that makes mandatory company to take out the public insurance within paid to 40 days. That means insurance is very much necessary for all things. When we whatever we are making, whatever we are going to do, then we have to do insurance, from health insurance to bike insurance, car insurance to crop insurance. Anywhere insurance is very much necessary. Life insurance. So whenever the organization is there, it is mandatory to make a life insurance of this worker in the organization or in the institute. That is necessary, completely necessary, because the organizations or the factories, they have producing toxic wastes, as well as they are utilizing the life or utilizing the time of this is worker that can be suffers or that can effect or exposed to those chemicals. So that's why the insurance is very much necessary for the life as well as property of the different things. Then pollution by motor vehicle, that is anti-pollution measurement vehicles, that is I have already told, BS4 we have shifted to BS4 to BS6, like that. And heavy man can be also okay. And the hotel near seashore, action has been taken against large number of hotel, because they are just polluting or wasting the adding the waste water into direct to the sea or waste to the seashore. So in which the loss and force that can be effectively managed, and the monitoring is very much necessary for that hotels and the safety of the beaches or the pollution free beaches. Then national river action plans. This is also government has make different project in order to clean the water or in order to clean the water of the different river. For example, Ganga action plan, then Narmada action plan, Jamuna action plan. That means in order to protect the river of water river as well as to clean the water of the river, that is very much necessary to do a project. But the project is successful when the common people are understand the importance of this thing. If you are cleaning the river, any river, and common people are adding the wastage to the river, so what happened? The work that can go to unnecessary useless. So the government have some rule policies. Government have managed. Government have do different projects as well as to spread the awareness. This is also simultaneously very much important. Now, solar energy commissions, because we are utilizing non-renewable resources like different petroleum and coal that are fossil fuels that have very much produce very much pollution to environment as well as it is finished in one day. So in future generation we cannot get it or our environment also polluted. So in order to save the resources as well as in order to reduce the pollution environment, the renewable resources are very much come into the practice, and solar energy is the most common renewable resources that can be used by nowadays. So after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, the solar energy, the efficiency of the solar energy is very much increased, and the main difficulty for solar energy is it cannot get in the night time, and we cannot store the energy, whole energy that can be used in the night time, because battery have some limitations also. So these solar energy sectors also nowadays improving, and some days this also effectively 100% effective. So government have make some subsidies for different types of solar. If you are making some solar energy unit in your home, then government have make subsidies, all these things. And no smoking in public places also. Sometimes this is banned in public places, mainly in Delhi government. Nowadays, see in news every day the air quality index is go above 400, above 500, where the some places it is above 600. That means we cannot think that if the quality of the air quality index above 150, it can be called as very much polluted air. So think if it is for above 400, 600, that means what is the level of pollution, and in this level of pollution how we can mm, take air or how we can live. This is very much thing the common people have to think, because the consequences of this are faced by these common people, not only the government. So government has taken some initiatives to reduce this environment or reduce the environmental pollutions, but the common people have to understand the consequences, the both cause and effect. Because when we are understand the effect, so we work on the effect. But if you are work on the cause, how the pollution takes place, and what are the steps that can be taken by the common people, that's why it is very much it is we can protect the environment or environmental condition. This is very much necessary to know the things. So public awareness very much essential. So this is essential to protect the atmosphere, to protection of the resources, conservation of biological diversity. Obviously, lives, both plants and animals, are very crucial part of the atmosphere, environment or ecology or ecosystem. So we cannot disturb these things. We are disturbing the food chain, then also whole life will be disturbed. So biological diversity, maintaining the biological diversity is very much important. So conservation of this biological diversity is very much essential. It includes conservation of forest, agroforestry, afforestation, conservation of wildlife, all these things. Then environmentally sound management of biotechnology and hazardous waste. That means we have also managed the waste which can be produced by different waste, mostly using the technology, that is biotechnology, and different types of methods that can be reduce the environmental pollution to the environment. So this is also very much important. Then prevention of illegal traffic in toxic products and waste, implementation of living and working condition of people in present generation as well as future generation. This last point is very much important. In order to work on the goal of the sustainable development, the public awareness is a key role, plays a key role, because without involvement of the everyone, that irrespective of all nations, of all countries, all races, all religion, all the things, because all are human, and air, water, and the environment is necessary to all. So irrespective of all these things, we have to understand the importance, cause and effect of the environment to protect the environment. That's why environmental awareness is very much necessary. How to promote awareness among the children? Because children and students are the first uh, that can be giving the awareness in their school level, in their home level, and in different types of, by organizing different things. Let's see, introducing them the everything in local, support local and production excellent, which they can be help environment immediately. That means whenever you are using a local product, that means environmental degradation related to the product is less. While you are using an imported product, then the cost of environment to getting the product is very much high. So that's why first thing, local products are cheaper as compared to the imported products. So stage a veggie garden at home. So every home there should be a garden. Then if you are eating this home or own garden veggies, the organic food, it is help very much healthy, and also it reduces the environmental pollution. Recycle at home, anything that can be reused, that can be reused at home. Beat of the both side, that means whenever there is a necessary to preserve the thing, then uses both sides of the everything. So for example, paper, you are using the paper, use the paper both side. If you are doing some things that can be having binary things, so you have to use both the things, then you have to waste the product. Without using the product, you cannot throw it. So this is the small small thing that can be teach at your home to the children, to teach your kinds and about the power. So switching of the light, switching of the fan, this reduces your electric bill, as well as it increases the environment or reduces the pollution related to environment. So these kinds of things can be, as awareness have to be taken at our home. Then environmental management system, this also play a major role in order to spreading the this awareness to the environmental education. So what is the benefit of environmental management system? Environmental management system is consisting of different bodies. For example, government body, local body, and other things, people that are related to environment, they are managing the environment. So what are the benefits? It works on the protection of environment, demonstrate for compliance with legislation, that means with alliance with the laws of the government, reduces risks and liabilities, meet customer requirements, reduces cost, improve public image. These all things are doing by this environmental management system, because all organizations, they have this kind of environmental department, and they are having one committee, that is environmental management system, they working on these things. So general conservation messages, so these are the small things, or you can be spread this type of awareness by to the common people. Save the earth, save ourselves. The solution is less pollution. Get the hand, do not leave footprint. Do your share for cleaner. Simple causes less sterile. So forth. There is a different line that can be spread, or this can be mainly work in our daily life. Save water, save life. This is the different line. So we have to everyone have role and responsibility in order to save planet. The awareness is very much necessary. So this is the main thing of awareness, public awareness, how the public awareness can be done, and what is the role of the government in the public awareness. So this is the different things that can be doing do everyone, the government, to the awareness of the public. So now let's see what are the different institutions that can be play, or what are the different bodies that can be take an active role in the public awareness. हेलो।
यस सर।
हाँ, सुनाई दे रहा है ठीक से?
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल सर।
ये बहुत थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया जाएगा, लेकिन देखते हैं जितना जाएगा। See, there are different agencies that can be have active role in order to spreading the environmental awareness, as well as different projects that can be governing in by this agency. There are different agencies like national agency, international agency, non-governmental agency, NGOs, intergovernmental agency, IGOs. So these are the some agencies. Agency for Non-Conventional Agency and Rural Technology, ANECT. This is the national agency. This also work towards non-conventional energy, improvement of the non-conventional. Center for Science and Environment, CSC, Delhi Greens. These are the agency, national agency. Environmental Foundation of India, EFI. You have to just note, have to remember the short form and what is the short form of this. Then, Pavilion Noble Rural Non-Bargal. These are the name. Himalayan Wildlife Organization, Vidyan Ecology Natural History Foundations. These are the national agencies. The Agency for Non-Conventional and Rural Technology. This is established in 1985, and this is working under government of Kerala. What are the main role? It gathering and discriminating knowledge about non-conventional energy and energy conservation and rural technology. This major program of this agency for conventional energy are wind energy program, solar energy program, and bioenergy program. So this is mainly working in terms of this non-conventional energy, which can be used in rurally, or rural technology can be used. So this is an old agency that 1985 is working, firstly working in the Kerala, but now it is working in the whole wide and nationwide. Then CSE, this is established in New Delhi, India, and it works to think the environment development issue under India, poor planning, climate shifted, and delivers ideas, Sundarban, and advocate policy changes and better implementation already existing policy. So this is the also working in different sectors. Delhi Greens, it also non-governmental organization. It is national agency, but it is a non-NGO, non-governmental organizations. This headquarters is in Delhi, and it is mainly spreading the messages of green government and sustainable development. How green things can be implemented in our nation in order to protect our environment. Educate youth to environmental issues and climate change through training, workshops, or seminars. These are NGOs, they are working in this field. Then Environmental Foundation of India, EFI, this focuses on wildlife conservation and habitat restoration. Saving the wildlife is the major focus of this EFI. Mainly focused on restoration of lakes, flora, care, and stray animals of a village development program. They are organizing different program in village area and to develop with the help of the common people. They are spreading this, or they are doing this wildlife conservation thing. It also involved in the setting of the herbal biodiversity garden at school and special interest zone. So different parks, different forestry, they are also in according with the local people, they are also setting this thing. Then Pobuligan Bagral, this is environmental organization based on Tamil Nadu, and this is spreads the legal battle against this Utakulam nuclear power plant. So this thing that can be, the organizations are made in order to defeat this legal action. This means the power plant is generating different wastes, and that can affect the local people. So this organization are working for them. Himalayan welfare organizations that also working for the restoration of Himalayan biodiversity in Himalayan region. This is founded by Mustaq Palagram in March 2008, and this is working for the cause of environmental conservation, protection, and healthcare, or advantage tourism, all these things around this Himalayan region. Then Vidyan Ecology and Natural History Foundation is also non-profit organization which is mainly working on the conservation and protection of natural resources, all the things, environmental legislations, Ganga river conservation, wildlife conservation, international agencies. These are the now come into to our international Earth System Government Project, Global Green Growth Institute, Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Changes, IPCC. You have heard this name, IPCC. That is Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. This is very much important. IPCC and IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature. Then UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. Then European Environment Agency, EEA. Then Partnership in Environmental Management for Seas of the East Asia. So these are the different international agencies. They are working not only a single nation, but collaboration of different nations. They are working in order to restore the environment and conserve the environment. Just note down, or you have to remember these things, that short form: IPCC, IUCN, UNEP, all these things. Earth System Government Projects, that is started in 2009, and the main aim of this project is to examine the problems of the global common and also local problem from the air pollution, preservation of waste water, water treatment, and desertification or social degradation. Mainly it is working on the environmental problem and different issues related to air and water pollution. Global Green Growth Institutes, this is a international organization and headquartered in Korea, and this main aim of this program is to promote the green growth. Obviously this is green thing, it means promote the green things. Green thing, green means not color green, it is environmental friendly is called green. So everything that can be used, they must be environmental friendly. So thus promote this thing, it is working in this field. The growth paradigm characterized by balance of economic growth and environmental sustainability. Because whenever we are using green things or environmental friendly things, the major constraint is the cost of these things. So in order to balance the cost and the sustainable development or environmental sustainability, it is very much necessary to spread this motivation or spread these things internationally or to the all people. So this is the work done by this GGI. Then International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. This is very much very old agency that is established in 1948, and main thing of this is the conserve the nature and ecologically and sustainable for the sustainable uses of this nature. So IUCN, actually this is agency which can mainly working on the wildlife protection and the different habitat protection. So IUCN making different a list of different categories of different things that are going to be present in our earth. That means biodiversity conservation is the main aim. So it published a list that are having different categories: red list, white list, green list, blue list. That means threatened species, extinction species. In biodiversity conservation in BSc you have studied these things. IUCN threatened species list, IUCN red list, that is called red list. Which species of the total species present in the earth, they are listed in this type of species. Red list. The book is called Red Book. Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC. This is also very old agency, and this agency mainly working in the field of climate change and greenhouse effect and global warming. And the headquarters is Geneva, and main aim was is to spread scientific information in related to climate change, global warming, and greenhouse effect. So, what are the impact that can be done by the environment to the climate? The main of this IPCC is to spread the awareness about the climate change and in order to protect the environment to reduce the climate change. Then UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. This is also very old agency, and this is established in 1972. UNEP provides leadership and encourage partnership for caring the environment by inspiring the environmental of the people to improve the quality of life of the future generation. It is working in order to protect the environment as well as sustainable development to increase the quality of life of the present as well as future generation. European Environment Agency. This is established in European Economic Community to provide independent information on the environment by helping by adopting different valuable environmental policies in the Europe. Then this is partnership in environmental management seas of the East Asia. This regional partnership program implemented by the United Nations, and the project started in 1994, and this is mainly working in the marine pollution area or sea pollution, how to reduce the sea pollution by international government by this all eastern area. Then governmental agency list, there are Environmental Protection Agency, Fish and Wildlife Services, Botanical Survey of India, Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, National Park Agency. These are the list of government. Then these governmental agency are also different working on this spreading the awareness and protect the environment. These are the non-governmental agency: Greenpeace, World Wide Fund for Nature, WWF, the Bombay National History Society, Kalpabika, Kalpa Bridge, Kalpa Bricks, then Kerala Satya Sangita Parishad. These are the different agencies. So these are the national movements are also takes place in order to protect the environment. Bisnoi movement, Chipko movement, Save the Silent Valley movement, Jungle Bachao Andolan, EPCO movement, Narmada Bachao Andolan, Tehri Dam conflicts. So these are the environmental movement. That means whenever there is a developmental project takes place, it is in because it cause different environmental issues and environmental tools to save the environment as well as local people. This kind of movements can be takes against the government or against the development projects. For example, this Chipko movement is mainly when to save the forest, because whenever there is a cutting in tree, the local people they are going in and just holding the tree, एक उसके साथ चिपक जाते हैं पेड़ के साथ, काटना है तो दोनों को काटो बोलते हैं. So this is mainly the movement to save the forest and different environment. The Sundarlal Bhogna, that is the leader of the Chipko movement. तो साइलेंट वैली मूवमेंट, तो जैसे वहां पे डैम हुआ था तभी भी to save the environment, this is also going on. जंगल बचाओ आंदोलन, the forest movement, एप्को मूवमेंट, नर्मदा बचाओ आंदोलन, दैट मीन्स नर्मदा डैम यहाँ पे जब सरदार सरोवर डैम बन रहा था तभी भी बहुत सारे एरिया पानी में सबमर्ज हो गए, पानी में डूब गया. फिर दैट टाइम दे इन ऑर्डर टू सेव द एरिया, नर्मदा बचाओ आंदोलन टेक प्लेस. बट as we are studying in EIA, environmental impact assessment, whenever there is a positive outcome is more than 60 or 70%, then we have to go against environmental or against this thing. So मेधा पाटकर नाम सुना होगा. मेधा पाटकर इज द लीडर ऑफ द नर्मदा बचाओ आंदोलन. टेहरी डैम में जब डैम बना तभी भी वहां पे ऐसे हुआ था. So there are different movements, environmental movements that can be going for the environmental protection. Then environmental acts, अभी environment protect करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट बहुत सारे एक्ट किया हुआ है, जैसे कि इंडियन फॉरेस्ट एक्ट 1927. इट इज act is conservative to law relating the forest and transmit the forest producers and duly available timber and other forest procedures. पेड़ कैसे काटना है फॉरेस्ट में, क्या नहीं करना है, ये बहुत पुराना लॉ है, अंग्रेजी के टाइम में बनाया हुआ था. इंडियन फॉरेस्ट एक्ट. देन एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट 1986, in order to protect environment, what are the necessary things that can be done by the people. क्या करना चाहिए, क्या स्टैंडर्ड, जैसे कि कोई वेस्ट वाटर का स्टैंडर्ड्स क्या है, सीपीसीबी बन और एसपीसीबी जो है गुजरात स्टेट पोल्यूशन बोर्ड, सेंट्रल स्टेट पोल्यूशन बोर्ड का स्टैंडर्ड सारे इसमें आता है, एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट के अंदर आता है. इंडियन फॉरेस्ट कंजर्वेशन एक्ट, फॉरेस्ट को कैसे कंजर्व किया जाएगा ये एक्ट उसमें आता है. जैसे कि अभी फॉरेस्ट में कोई ट्री नहीं काट सकते, इलीगल है. कोई वाइल्ड एनिमल को आप नहीं मार सकते, आपको जेल हो जाएगा, ये सारे आशा इस रूल में। एंड दिस एक्सटेंड टू होल इंडिया एंड द स्टेट ऑफ जम्मू कश्मीर। पहले जम्मू कश्मीर लागू हुआ, अभी पूरा कंट्री में लागू हुआ। देन वाइल्ड लाइफ कंजर्वेशन एक्ट, ऑब्वियसली इसमें वाइल्ड एनिमल, बर्ड एंड प्लांट को नहीं मानना है, उसको प्रोटेक्शन के लिए। देन बायोडाइवर्सिटी एक्ट, प्रेजर्वेशन ऑफ बायोलॉजिकल डाइवर्सिटी एंड द मैकेनिज्म टू एडिक्वेट शेयरिंग ऑफ द बेनिफिट ऑफ द ट्रेडिशनल रिसोर्सेस, ये सारी चीजें इसमें है। सो these are the different national agency, international agency, governmental agency, non-governmental agency. So you have to remember the things, the names, what is the working area. For example, IPCC, what is the full form of IPCC, and what is the main objective of the IPCC? IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel for the Climate Change. That means it is an intergovernmental organization that is not constrained to a single nation. It is constant. It is working in different countries in order to save the climate. That is the main motto of IPCC. What is IUCN? What is the importance of IUCN? What is the full form of IUCN? IUCN is mainly working in the field of biodiversity conservation and making a list, that is called red list, or the book having the list is called red book, which contains all the species, list of the all species, which category they have come, how what is the extinction category, vulnerable species, all these things are listed in this IUCN red book or that red list. So these are the different agencies and in order to protect the environment. आपने डाउनलोड किया वो वाला कल?
यस सर।
वो मटेरियल डाउनलोड किया अभी?
हाँ सर, अभी नहीं किया है, मतलब
हाँ ठीक है।
कल कर लूंगा, मेरी छुट्टी होगी ना तब मैं थोड़ा करके पढ़ाई कर लूंगा। अभी तो क्या थोड़ा हमारे यहाँ भी काम थोड़ा बहुत ज्यादा चल रहा है।
अच्छा, तो आपको दिवाली छुट्टी कब से है? कल से?
हाँ।
अच्छा, 10, 11, 12 तो होगा छुट्टी?
कल से नहीं है, परसों से है, मतलब
अच्छा,
कल
शनिवार से 11, 12 से। ठीक है।
आपका कब से है सर?
मेरा तो 5 तारीख से चालू हो गया छुट्टी।
अच्छा।
हाँ, 5 से 20 तक छुट्टी है, 19 तक। 20 से इंटरनल एग्जाम स्टार्ट हो रहा है।
ओके ओके सर।
हाँ, सेम 3 ये सेम 1 वालों का इंटरनल एग्जाम स्टार्ट होगा 20 से।
तो आज वाला मटेरियल भी सर डाल दीजिएगा, मैं कल डाउनलोड कर लूंगा सब।
हाँ, मैं अभी इसको देता हूँ। इसमें 2 चीज है, जैसे कि आज हम पढ़े अवेयरनेस, पब्लिक अवेयरनेस और ये एजेंसीज। तो ये यूनिट 1 आपका पीएस का कंप्लीट हो गया, यूनिट 1।
ठीक है।
हाँ, तो
आपने सिलेबस तो डाल दिया था ना सर?
सिलेबस मैं भेज देता हूँ आपको व्हाट्सएप में एक बार फिर से।
प्लीज सर, प्लीज।
ठीक है, तो कल एक क्लास करेंगे, फिर सैटरडे संडे 2 दिन छुट्टी रखते हैं, फिर देखते हैं। फिर मैं तो घर जाऊंगा 14 तारीख से, तो मंडे ट्यूजडे 2 दिन करेंगे, नहीं तो देखते हैं कल तो यूनिट 2 स्टार्ट कर देते हैं इसका। और जो बाकी इसका था ना एनालिटिकल टेक्निक्स का, वो उसमें ही मतलब मैंने एमएससी 1 वालों को यहाँ पे भी कॉलेज में भी 2 ही पढ़ाया था, वो यूवी विजिबल वाला और डबल एस वाला। ठीक है, मैं इसको आपको अभी
ठीक है सर,
अपलोड कर देता हूँ।
ओके सर, ओके।
ओके, गुड नाइट।
ओके, थैंक यू सर, बाय, गुड नाइट।